on April 19th, 2013. Right now we're going to begin with a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we're going to get into our first speaker, who is going to be Larry Pratt, and we're going to have an intro for him, and for those of you that don't know him.
There's still a lot of laws left to repeal, so we won't be going out of business anytime soon. Although we are celebrating what happened in the United States Senate this week, I want to tell you that was touch and go. That fight did not come easily, and it was just a tribute to some of the leaders in the Senate, people like Rand Paul and Senator Cruz, that have really brought some new energy, people that happily, I can tell you, we supported when they ran against the establishment who was trying to send us one more rhino Republican from Kentucky and from Texas. Well, happily that didn't happen. And look at the difference just a few new guys have been able to make. So we are...
Hello everyone, thanks for coming out today. Nice turnout. As Tom mentioned, I was organizing another rally in Lexington called the Muster on the Battle Green. Put a lot of time and effort into it, and also a lot of money, jumping through hoops for the town of Lexington to give me the right to exercise my First Amendment. Despite my disagreements with that, I complied just to make the rally successful. At first, I was given the permit, and there was an outrage in the town of Lexington about it, where newspaper articles from the city were ripping me apart, calling me heartless, that I would consider to compare myself as a patriot from those in 1775 and 1776, and no one saw the correlation between us. Found that a little bit awkward. Second step was the lieutenant detective decided to send out a mass email to all police departments in Massachusetts seeking advice on mass general law on how to deal with us patriots on that day, looking for reasons to arrest us. Well, fortunately, a lot of Oath Keepers are still active duty police, and they sent me that email so I could counteract it and put an end to it right away. Once that was squashed, I found out another organization called Lex Common Sense had formed directly because of my rally. They wanted to oppose me. So be it. I support their First Amendment right. But that caused chaos, and I was also told I would have to pay for their police detail. A big issue with this is that I feel wholeheartedly that my rally was stopped based on content. They didn't want the message of pro-Second Amendment people being spread across Lexington. They claim this was false, but a very good point to point out about this is that I was required to secure a police detail, and I had to pull a permit. For some reason, my counter-protesters were not required to get either of those. Sounds a bit context-based to me.
Sounds like discrimination.
Just a little bit of discrimination right there. Anyways, what I had planned for the muster on the Battle Green was something that was going to be amazing, something that people would not forget for decades. And I can't take full credit for that. I had a lot of help from Stuart Rhodes, from the Oath Keepers, getting speakers for the event. Phenomenal participation. Also, Randy Swanson from Rhode Island introduced me to some great people like Tom Moore, the MC here tonight. And we had something amazing set up, and something that was attempted to be taken away from us. After I found out about the permit being revoked, I went and looked for counsel, and I was introduced to Blake Filippi, my attorney who helped me file an emergency injunction and restraining order against the town of Lexington. Unfortunately, it was shot down.
You appealing it?
Doing a little more than that. And I'll leave the details out for the newspapers to report, but I'm telling you now that I'm not being disheartened by this. I will stand my ground. Despite my permit being pulled, I decided it would be best for everyone to practice what I call to be a little bit of civil disobedience. We all gathered anyways, and when the police saw our numbers, miraculously, they agreed to let us have our little gathering. No permits required.
Yeah, but you know what? There should have been more there. Next time we'll have double that and triple that.
I'm proud to say that just over 100 people showed up. They stood their ground and they weren't afraid of being arrested. In fact, we're all prepared to be arrested today. But none of us were arrested. We were peaceful as promised. We conducted a no ceremony, and we came down to this rally. And I want to thank everybody that went to Lexington and then took the hike all the way out here to support this rally as well. I also have to thank Brian Doe for making some arrangements to have me speak and to have a couple of my speakers come in as well. Another speaker of mine from the rally, Bettina, is here. You'll be hearing from her shortly. And thanks again for the support. And I would like for everyone here to follow Gun Rights Across America and figure out what they're all about. I'm not here to bash them, but I think we need to be very careful about what organizations we decide to back and stand by, especially ones that want to compromise and accept the Toomey Mansion bill. Not very good. Once again, thanks everyone for coming. Thanks for the support, and I guarantee you'll be hearing a lot more from me, and I will get us back on that battle green.